Hello everyone, welcome to Studio 90 Extra Time. Today we've got Amy Rodriguez and Kelley O'Hara. Guys, congratulations on last night's victory against Costa Rica.
Thanks. I think it was a huge win for us. I know Kelley was in a bit of a different position than she usually is in, but I thought our team played great. I thought that we came together, we pulled out the win, and we're excited to be going to London this summer.
You guys were favorites, but as we know in soccer, nothing's ever assured. Kelley, can you express some of the thoughts and emotions after the final whistle blew last night?
I was just so happy. Relief, obviously, is one. Excitement. But I was just going around to everyone being like, London, Olympics, we're going. So
it was a tense first half. Obviously, Costa Rica had part of that period where they were on top of us a little bit. What did we talk about at halftime, and what did we try to fix in the second 45 minutes?
Well, I think Pia expressed that, our midfield, they were playing us basically man-marking in the midfield, and so we needed to find a way to work around that and to break through that. And then also just Piercy actually brought up to me, she was like, these teams aren't going to be able to hang with us after 45, 60 minutes. And you could definitely see that in the second half. We had the run of play and were able to kind of, we had a lot of chances. Unfortunately, not all of them went in, obviously, but we came out with wins. So.
Amy, you came on as a second half sub. Could you kind of sense what Kelley's talking about with Costa Rica sort of losing steam as the half went on?
Yeah, totally. I think one of our strong points in the American team is that we're very fit. We're really strong and we're able to finish out a game really well. And I think we did that last night. And I was fortunate enough to go in the 70th minute. I just tried to get on and do as best as I could and pull out the win.
You could see with Carly's goal in the 72nd minute, kind of just the relief and the excitement of the team when the goal went in and that celebration. Talk about that moment, kind of knowing that, hey, we're sort of over the hump in this game.
I think we did kind of have a rough patch in the game, and I think that when Carly did hit that 72nd goal, that was a great moment for us. She ran over to the bench, everyone was extremely happy. The sense of relief kind of came over the team, and we were able to play our game again, which is much more calmer, smoother soccer.
Both of you guys have been undergoing position changes of late. Kelley, maybe yours is a bit more radical than A-Rod's, but Amy, let's start with you. You've moved to outside mid. Talk a bit about that change.
For me, it's not too big of a difference. I know that typically I'm an attacking player, so I haven't had to really change my game too much. But going from forward to midfielder, there are slight changes that I've made, and I feel like I've kind of embraced my role. I really enjoy playing on the wing, and I just want to get on the field. So if that means at outside mid, then I'll do what I have to do.
Kelley, you've been a forward all your life, but the coaches have asked you to move to the back line. People who saw you play as a forward know you're a kind of a tenacious player. Is that something you have tried to bring to playing in defense, whether it's right back or left back?
Yeah, obviously as a defensive player you have to be tenacious, but there's also the responsibility and the discipline to make smart tackles. You can't, as a forward, you can get in, you can tackle hard up the field, and if you foul because it's so far away from your goal. It's not that big of a deal. But it's definitely different when you're playing on the back line and you're the last line of defense. You can't get beat, you can't give up a stupid foul, that sort of thing. So.
Is that something you've had to learn from the other players who you're playing with, or kind of pick up off their experience as we've sort of moved through this tournament?
Yeah, definitely. Every time I'm on the bench or even at practice and even during games, I'm watching the other players, the other back line, and just trying to pick up as much as I can and learn from them and gain as much experience as possible, just because I'm playing next to the best backs in the world, but definitely just watching them every day is helping me, I hope.
Changing gears a bit, you guys both went to college in California. A-Rod, you grew up in California. Kelley, you grew up in Georgia. Not known for its surf spots, but somehow you're a bigger surfer than A-Rod. Explain that.
I'm afraid of sharks
and
salt water.
I'm not afraid of salt water. I don't know. I went a couple times in college, and then one summer, Tobin and I were living in LA playing for Pally Blues, and we went surfing like every day together and kind of picked it up there, and ever since then I've just had a love for it, and it's one of my favorite things to do when I'm not playing soccer. So
A-Rod, are you ready to embrace Kelley as like a true California girl?
Am I on your level?
I would say she's not quite on my level as a California girl, but she's getting there. She's pretty cool.
I'm just trying to be like you.
Back to soccer. The team is in the Olympics now. Tickets to London are booked. You guys have a pretty packed schedule with club and country between now and the summer. What's the focus of the team as we move towards London?
Well, now that we are relieved that we've actually qualified, I think that our focus is now this championship game tomorrow. And then past that, it's about developing, preparing, getting ready for the Olympics. We obviously want to put on a good show for fans, and we want to play to our best. So these next few months are going to be, a lot of intense trainings, a lot of, fitness-based work, and just getting ourselves ready as can be.
Let's talk about the final here in Vancouver, Arad. You mentioned it. Obviously, the pressure is off, but this will still be a big game.
Yeah, this is a huge game. I think Canada is one of our biggest rivals, always. We've played them quite a lot, and I expect tomorrow's match to be intense, and we obviously want to walk away in the #1 position in CONCACAF, and we're going to hope to do that.
Kelley, you probably saw what the atmosphere was like for the game Canada and Mexico, and they're expecting a huge crowd on Sunday night. Are you looking forward to that atmosphere for the final of this tournament?
Yeah, it should be really exciting. Canada's definitely done a great job of turning out for the games, and you could see, obviously, Canada and Mexico, I guess there was like 20-something thousand people. So it'll be a great championship match.
You can watch that match Sunday at 5 p.m., the USA taking on Canada for the top spot in Olympic women's qualifying tournament here in Vancouver. The game is live on NBC Sports Network. That's different from the other games. It's also streaming on CONCACAF.com and UniversalSports.com. Amy Rodriguez, Kelley O'Hara, thanks for coming by Studio 90 Extra Time.
Thanks for having us.